Tampa Bay, Florida, Raymond James Stadium. The journey to another Super Bowl begins today. Back at One Buck Place this morning, opening day, training camp. 2022 season, what is in store for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Buccaneers just signing Julio Jones to a one-year contract yesterday. Receivers stacked for Brady. No Gronk this year. Kyle Rudolph in his place. Gates were due to open 5 minutes ago. Buccaneers faithful here and waiting. The gates have opened.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome, enjoy yourself.
And we're back.
You're welcome, sir. Hello, lass. How are you doing today? All right.
No tent this year for Buccaneer stuff. They have like a race car trailer. Jerseys up top. So we're back at training camp today. One person we didn't think was going to be at training camp was Tom Brady. The rumor was after last season he was going to retire, but then he wasn't going to retire. And then he did retire. He just keeps coming back. He's like the freaking Terminator. Got food and beverages, complimentary water, free sweat towels.
Everyone here's a member today.
Buccaneers training camp. This is always the money shot. Cheerleaders in the house. Practice fields being set up. Look at this. Replacing part of the turf. Just goes right up. Like Velcro to the floor. Captain Fear is in the house. We've got 10 minutes until the players enter the field. We probably have about a half an hour until the return of ice pops. Oh, yeah. The best part of training camp. News Channel 8 in the house. Finger on the pulse of news on the Twitter. Matching the shoes and the shirt. Good look. Some players arriving on the field. Mike Evans in the house. Kyle Trask. Everybody out now. Less than a minute to go.
September 25th, we ready? Yes. Green Bay Packers, let's do it. All right? How are you?
Another great year.
Another great year. We got to get it going. We got the best in the NFL. You guys are awesome to come out here like this.
practicing over here. Quarterbacks and running backs over here. Our lords and saviors, the Pirates with ice pops. Pop guy, pop guy. It's a debate over who's more popular, Tom Brady or the ice pop guy. Mike Evans, the GOAT, next to the other GOAT. Second newest acquisition, Kyle Rudolph over here. Bruce Arians still hanging around here. Much of the crowd dissipated to head over to the kids' field. Brady out here handing the ball off. The sun, the heat, it is brutal. It's the indoor facility not being used for practice, at least not for the public. Let's take a spin around. I'd say I like this view, but it's pretty much the same view as my season tickets, which are usually on the other side over there. A little Bucks kids area back here. Got some games. And I believe they take the first 100 kids that come through, you get a wristband, and the kids get autographs from the players. Except the reality is there's tons of parents with like bags full of like little Rydell helmets and things so that they get stuff signed. Tons of autograph hounds still. Pirates and Mermaids. Day one open practice has concluded. And now everyone hopes for some players to sign. Players taking a knee. Defensive backs coming over to sign. No way. Players will sign it for the kids. Wow, look at this crowd. Mike Evans signing down this way. Mike Evans over here. Mike taking selfies. So close. Ah, free sunscreen. I only saw this after we were leaving. And so, day one at training camp is a wrap. Thank you, crew members. That's us. So, it's a tough read to say how is the team going to perform after one day of camp. I can't see the Bucs at least not winning the NFC South this year. I think the rest of the South is not as good. The Falcons getting really young and will compete, and the Saints are always a threat. But do the Bucs have enough to go the distance this year? I'd be happy to be wrong, but I can see this team going a couple rounds in the playoffs, but I can't see this team taking the NFC this year or the Super Bowl. I mean, you know, all of these years that we've been doing these videos, and I have rose-colored glasses and say, why not us? I think our team is aged, but definitely stacked with talent, but with age also comes injuries. And I think this is their one shot. It's going to be a very fun year to watch the Bucs compete. I couldn't ever see Brady coming back next year because of the deal that he has already post-playing to be able to be an announcer. So I can see this being the one year where he thinks, you know, I'm going to give it a shot. And I think if they lose, that, you know, he doesn't want to lose multiple years in a row and leave. But by the way, Mike Evans stood out there and signed way beyond everybody, way beyond
about a half an hour.
The siren going off, telling players to leave the field, and security had to come and wrangle him off. And he was just out there. He is the GOAT when it comes to franchise players. Everyone's focused on, I thought that car was going to hit us in the parking lot, just like flew towards us. Everyone's focused on Brady all the time, but you know, for years I said, you know, we were building around Mike Evans. Just not only the GOAT when it comes to player, wide receiver, humanitarian, public figure, ambassador for Tampa, you know,
all around,
just
great
amazing
guy.
And just continued to sign. And he was giving away his gloves to little kids, and just stood out there taking pictures and everything. So I'm not big into collecting a lot of autographs. I would like to have a Mike Evans autograph from Mike, you know, to get it from him in a situation, but I'm not hounding players these days. And you know, it was fun back in the early 2000s with, you know, Warren Sapp and those types of guys when people were around to get autographs, but then you start to collect or amass these incredible pieces like flags signed by players that I couldn't tell you who half the people are that have signed stuff over the years. So took a bunch of pictures with players. They're more than gracious. They're super cool to talk to. The Bucs practice is awesome. It's only open for Bucs season ticket members, which are the crew members. So if you're a season ticket holder, you had the option to pick one practice to begin with, and then they gave you the option to pick additional practices. So if you know a Bucs season ticket holder, you can come with them. If you don't, you really don't have a shot at getting in. So on that note, and that is a bummer, by the way, that's something I complained about for years before we were season ticket holders again. So thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great day. See you guys.